Michigan mother of three, Renee Pagel, was recovering from kidney donation when she was viciously stabbed to death in her bedroom. Investigators say their crosshairs are aimed right at her estranged husband, so our Narissa Knight attempted to get his side of the story. Even though police named her estranged husband a person of interest, he has never been arrested and denies having anything to do with her murder. So what now? We brought in former prosecutor and criminal defense attorney Bob Bianchi to answer some questions and clear some things up. Bob, first of all, as you see, Renee's friends are pretty convinced that Mike had something to do with Renee's murder. Why do you think he's not been charged?
Chris, here's the important thing. As a lawyer, as a prosecutor, you have to prove your case beyond a reasonable doubt based on the rules provided to you by the court. Two pieces of information that they're relying upon, the jury will never hear. You cannot comment on a defendant's failure to speak to the police under the Fifth Amendment or his refusal to cooperate. And secondly, there's an evidence rule that says a victim's statements about impending doom cannot be admitted. Why? Under the same Fifth Amendment that says you have a right to cross-examine statements used against you at a trial. So that only leaves the prosecutor with the motive because there's no other physical evidence connecting him to the scene. I actually had a case where somebody was murdered and all the detectives and investigators went right towards it's got to be the husband, got a negative ruling in a divorce action. The divorce papers were all over the husband's house. He asserted his right to remain silent. Everybody was in the red that he was the person that did it. We interviewed a kid who on 2 occasions gave information. He was just a basic witness. He wasn't a suspect in the case. But a couple of us took a look at the statements of that kid and we're like, there's something squirrely about this kid. At the end of the day, he gave a confession and is serving life in jail. That husband, who was being considered a suspect, in fact, was not the murderer.
After Renee's death, Mike got full custody of the kids, and we're told while investigating the story, it appears they're on his side.
Well, I mean, he is not convicted of a crime. He has not been charged with a crime. And so there's really nothing a court can do except give custody back to the biological parent.
Bob Bianchi, as always, thank you for your insights into this case. Appreciate it.